Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure I will. Hang on, I'm a bit loud there. Let's turn me down a bit. Okay, that may be a bit better. Hello, hello, hello. No, it's still a bit loud, I think. Turtle Boy News is the event, and I've gone live because it's a breaking news story that we are getting information on as we speak. I was editing a video. Too loud, yeah. It is too loud, yeah. Going about there. Hopefully that's a bit better. I don't know why my mic, I don't know if I turned the gain up on my mic. Let's try that. That may be a bit better. Anyway, Turtle Boy has been arrested. I am being told. No, Randy, I want to get my volumes right. I obviously rushed to go live. Once I heard the breaking news, um, I thought, well, I was here editing a video actually, and I thought I was going to be doing that. Let me have a look. I'm clicking on other things at the moment. Right. Apparently, he is being arraigned in two courts, starting with Stoughton District around 11:30, followed by Dedham District. And I'm being told, don't be surprised to see his case elevated to Superior Court. This is a tweet I've just been linked to. Obviously, this is totally unprepared, so I assume that most people who will be joining my chat will know who Turtle Boy is. He has been interfering, one might say, in a murder case, and it would appear that he's gone over the top, at least legally. He FA'd, and he may be about to find out. Right, how many have we got? Let's interact. Next thing I've got to do is let's get my chat going, because we might have people in the chat who are going to break things. Dear maid, that is what I'm possibly hearing. Obviously, it's breaking. I can't, you know, because it was Turtle Boy, and because of what he's been covering, I thought let's go live so that it's not held within the Discord, so that we can get this out. That it looks like Turtle Boy has been arrested. I'm checking sources as I'm live at the moment. Seeing, yeah, I've just seen the tweet in another place. So, police executed a search warrant and seized his computer and electronics. Translation: more charges are coming. He is facing serious time behind bars, as he should. So that's a tweet. Yeah, I know, dear maid. He has. Let me hang on. I've just got to copy an overlay of the chat so I can get the chat up on my screen. Because I want this to be interactive, because otherwise it's going to be a soliloquy of myself. Keep going, but I want to stay live and people can duck in and duck out. I obviously don't mind that. I don't mind talking to few people as it breaks, but thought we want to keep this going. Right, I might get that. Let me download that image. Save image. I'll get up on screen in a minute the tweet that has been put up. So let's add a new source. We'll add an image, Add source, new source, add source. Browse, open, done. Right, you should. Hang on, let me just move that down here. You should on your screen now. There are two ways of doing this. I can make sure I get the right image. I can switch. I can do this off screen and change scenes, but that seems silly as it's breaking. So we'll just bring that up. So that is a tweet from a Wendy Murphy. Am I live with dead air? Yeah, I'm live with dead air. Right. I'm just going to go into that. Have I got... My stream is still up, isn't it? I'm not seeing things appear on my screen. Maybe I haven't copied the overlay correctly. Hang on. Settings. Yeah, dead air may well be a feature today. We haven't got anything, nothing's turned up in Vine yet. I don't know why it's not displaying. I'm highlighting text, but I'm not managing to get them on the screen, which is weird. Yeah, okay, good. We're live. I will bring you things as they break. Yep, you see the tweet that I mentioned. That's the second tweet. There's also another tweet, which I've got. Hang on, let me go to that. I do apologise. You know, this isn't what I expected to be doing today. All right, let's get this. I'm just going to bring a window into my stream, which is the Twitter feed of Wendy Murphy Law, by the looks of it. I'm not sure if she is a supporter or just turn those images off. Right, so you should now have a browser screen on here. Posts. Right, okay, so as you can see here, we'll start at the bottom, zoom it in a bit. Oh. Thankfully, Dr. Turtleboy was arrested and handcuffed this morning. No more threats and nonsense from the Karen Reid defence. The crazy show is over and the witnesses can live in peace. All the nutty protesters in the Karen Reid case, beware. You're up next on the list of lunatics who could be arrested for witness intimidation. Pack a toothbrush for your next protest. More information on the arrest of Dr. Turtleboy is being arraigned in two courts, starting with Stoughton District around 11:30, followed by Dedham District. Don't be surprised to see his case elevated to Superior Court. A bit more of the arrest today of Dr. Turtleboy for witness intimidation in the Karen Reid case. Police executed a search warrant and seized his computer and electronics. I'm not sure whether I should read the translation because I'm not stating that as fact. More charges are coming. He is facing serious time behind bars, as he should. Right. There we go. Okay, I can display. Oh, I know why. My image was in front of it. I know why I couldn't display chat. Right. Check Discord. Hang on. Which Discord? I'm checking Discords as I go. Okay, I've got another image here. Okay, hang on. Let me. Can I? I'm not sure if I can display this one on screen for you. Just need to look at it myself. Right, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 criminal charges filed on the 11th of October 2023. They are witness, juror, police court official, intimidate. Witness, juror, police court official, intimidate. Witness, superior police court official, intimidate. So that's 3 charges of that. Abuse prevention order, violate. 1 charge. Witness, juror, police court official, intimidate. Witness, juror, police court official, intimidate. So it's 5 charges of witness, police court, intimidate. And I'm just going to look up the section and I'll display it on the screen. In fact, you might as well see while I do it. This is, and I'd like to thank, obviously, PK as providing me with the information. That's my prime source of information. Let me have a look. Let me have a look here. See. Right. Right. Yeah. Sorry. That information that I read out, I'm gonna, because I'm getting that off the Masshole Report Discord server. So let me share this. Save image. Save. Right, I'm going to bring up another image on my screen, which is going to be what I read out just a second ago. Right, that should be up on the screen now. Let's drag it across. We'll pull you down. Actually, I want you down below there, otherwise I won't be able to highlight the chat. So that is just what I read out there. Obviously, case numbers on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm not sure. Is it worth me staying live and bringing things as I'm able to bring them to you? I suppose I'll answer my own question there. I'll stay live so long as I've got a certain level of viewers. Perhaps to read some of the frog. Ah, yes, well spotted. Apologies for that, Dame. Yep, thank you very much. I was reading it off a small screen. There is one. So the abuse prevention order violation, I was wrong. I do apologise for that. That is another individual. Yeah, nothing left but the bond, Alex. You're right. And thanks, dear maid. So let's correct myself. It is 5 charges for witness, juror, police, court official, intimidation. That looks like 268, section 13B. Yeah, I saw that. I do apologise. Yeah, I'm using I've just used a screenshot from this Discord, is that wrong? I don't know. I'm in the Discord. I imagine people are quite happy in that Discord. I could go to the case itself. I haven't because I'm live. Can we find out? Yes, someone was looking for a Zoom link. Let's go back to Wendy Murphy, see if she's posted anything new. Nothing new. Let's refresh. Nothing new on Wendy Murphy law. How is the chat anyway? Is everyone quite happy about this? I think the interference in the murder case has been diabolical myself. But let me look up that section. So we are in Massachusetts, and it's see 268 section 13B. Right, we always have to so I'm gonna put a browser source back up on my screen, and we'll go through what the charge is. 5 counts. I don't mind. I haven't watched Dummy Kruger, so Dummy has the charging paperwork on the Angry Vet arrest from last night. Yeah. Blackheart Night, you haven't missed much. On the screen is 5 charges of witness, juror, police court, official, intimidation, all under the same section, 268, section 13B. Apparently he had a warrant served on him, and they've taken his computer. Right, let's go into the right, I'm just working out what image I've got on the screen. I've done so many images. Right, that'll do. Right, so let's have a look at this statute. Right, this is from the Massachusetts legislator.gov, laws, general laws, title 268, section 13B. As far as I can tell, it's current law. But that's, as I'm live, I'm not, I may check it somewhere else as well to make sure that we're reading out the up-to-date version, but let's have a look at this. I need to zoom that in a bit. Wonder if we can get... Is that my window? That's my window. Right. Let's put you about there. So, intimidation of witnesses, jurors and persons furnishing information in connection with criminal proceedings. Section 13B, brackets A. As used in this section, the following words shall have the following meanings unless the context clearly requires otherwise. I don't think we need to read out the definitions, do we? Well, let's read out the B and then see if we need to read out the definitions. B. Whoever willfully, either directly or indirectly, 1. Threatens, attempts or causes physical... I can probably highlight it. I'm here. Attempts or causes physical, emotional or economic injury or property damage to. 2. Conveys a gift, offer or promise of anything of value to. Or 3. Misleads, intimidates or harasses another person who is A. Witness or potential witness. B. person who is or was aware of information, records, documents, or objects that relate to a violation of a criminal law or a violation of conditions of probation, parole, bail, or other court order. C. Judge, juror, grand juror, attorney, victim, witness, advocate, police officer, correction officer, federal agent, investigator, clerk, court officer, court reporter, court interpreter, probation officer, or parole officer. D. Person who is or was attending, or a person who had made known an intention to attend a proceeding as described in this section. Or E. Family member of a person described in this section with the intent to, or with reckless disregard for the fact that it may be. So that is whoever willfully or either directly or indirectly does any of those things to any of these people. So we'll start here. Impede, obstruct, delay, prevent, or otherwise interfere with a criminal investigation at any stage, a grand jury proceeding, a dangerousness hearing, a motion hearing, a trial or other criminal proceeding of any type, or a parole hearing, parole violation proceeding, or probation violation proceeding, or an administrative hearing, or a probate or family court proceeding, juvenile proceeding, housing proceeding, land proceeding, clerk's hearing, court ordered mediation, or other civil proceeding of any type. Or 2. Punish, harm, or otherwise retaliate against any such person described in this section for such person or such person's family members' participation in any of the proceedings described in this section shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 10 years, or by imprisonment in the House of Correction for not more than 2.5 years. I think that is 2.5 years. Or by a fine of not less than $1,000 or more than $5,000, or by both such fine and imprisonment. If the proceeding in which the misconduct is directed at is the investigation or prosecution of a crime punishable by life imprisonment, or the parole of a person convicted of a crime punishable by life imprisonment, such person shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 20 years, or by imprisonment in the House of Corrections for not more than 2.5 years. I'm sure I'm reading that right as 2.5 years. Or by a fine of not more than $10,000, or by both such fine and imprisonment. C. A prosecution under this section may be brought in the county in which the criminal investigation, trial, or other proceeding was being conducted or took place, or in the county in which the alleged conduct constituting the offence occurred. Right, I'm going to go back to chat. Right, Nora, what did he do? Well, let's go back to this image. There are 5 cases listed against Turtle Boy. It's all his activities around the Karen. I've had a brain fart there. Karen Reid case. He doesn't have life. He doesn't suffer life imprisonment. Let me go back to that. No, he doesn't. It's the penalty for. So that was. I'm just trying to get the. Right, so highlight this bit. And if you look at the words, my cursor is coming through, isn't it? So obviously he is being charged with intimidation that of a crime which is of a murder. So I would imagine that Karen Reid faces life imprisonment as a maximum. And so it would appear that the bit of the statute that I've highlighted there are the sentencing guidelines for the offence for which he is facing charges. I'm not saying he's guilty. Right, let me go back to sources to see if I've got any further information. Right, we got a news report. All right, let's have a look here. So let's get this in a good position. Right, okay. Maybe we'll increase that a bit. Up, one more. Right, so this is reported at today at 10:42 Eastern Daylight Time. I imagine the D stands for daylight. I'm not an American, so I don't know. Sources tell 25 investigates that Aidan Kearney, who runs the blog Turtle Boy News, has been arrested. Charges are expected to file against him. Well, we're ahead of that because we've seen the charges in connection with a special prosecutor's witness intimidation investigation. The Norfolk District Attorney's Office appointed a special prosecutor to look into allegations of witness intimidation in the Karen Reid murder case. Kenneth Mello of Fall River is that special prosecutor. Reid is charged with second-degree murder in the death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. For those of you that have been, and I'm going to, so this is Boston 25 News that I'm, this is the best news that I've ever gotten at 10:40 in the morning. Well, as soon as I saw it, I thought I was editing a video and I thought, well, I'm going to interrupt the editing of the video and get this out because I know that, and I'd like, and I must while I'm live. Navin's come in here. I think Navin, no, I better not say that. TB obviously doesn't surround himself with the kind of friends who would smack some sense into him. Not that he would listen. I'm not sure when it comes to Aidan Kearney that's smacking. I don't know. That DA going to ring the bell with TB. Right. Let's play. Assume this was the district attorney. This was in August. This was reported in August, on August the 25th, 2023. Oh, we got an ad. Don't worry. I haven't got any sound, or I haven't got my... Oh, it's not working.
Her boyfriend, John O'Keefe.
Breaking news tonight. For the first time, the Norfolk County District Attorney is speaking out about the Karen Reid case.
Karen Reid is charged with the murder of her police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, in Canton. Reid's family and defense team say she is the victim of a police cover-up. Our investigative reporter, Ted Daniel, has covered this case in depth from the beginning. And Ted, that video statement came out just before 5 o'clock, and the DA says he's never done anything like this.
Yeah, he said this is a first in his career. Anyone following this case knows it's been getting a ton of publicity custody, and DA Michael Morrissey's office has been in the direct line of fire. People have been accusing his prosecutors and state police assigned to his office of framing Karen Reed. The DA is finally responding in a tape video message that runs about 5 minutes long. Now, if you've been following the case, you know the defense claims witnesses inside that home that John O'Keefe was found dead in front of are the ones responsible for his death. That's their argument. Many of those witnesses.
I thought we'd interrupt it there for a second because I don't want to toggle it full screen because I don't know how that then comes out on the I wonder, hang on, let me move that up to another window so we can get the report full screen. Right, now let me, okay, and let's capture that display. There we go. Right, we got it full screen now. So most of these people here, for those that haven't been keeping up, hang on, I've just got them. I can see Alex has posted. Sorry. Right, thank you. 11:30. So what's the time? What's the time at the moment? What's the time at the moment in Mass? Thank you very much, Alex. All right. Okay. Yeah, I've got that. Okay. So that is, yeah, 11:30 Eastern time. I'm going to have to look at their conditions. Yeah, thanks, Alex. I'll have a look at their conditions to see if I can broadcast that live. Right, let's continue with this news report. Most of these people are people that Turtle Boy has he's basically created an old pitchfork group. That they hero worship him for some reason. I've no idea. Yeah, Team Skeptic. Yeah, and we're reporting that Turtle Boy is, according to the information at the moment, is facing 5 charges of basically witness intimidation. So let's continue with this because we'll hear the DA's statement on it. All right. For some reason, my I do have a Stream Deck. I never got it for doing live streams. I got it for something else, but some reason my buttons aren't working, so I'm having to do this manually to switch between my mic and the speaker. So just bear with me a sec.
Have been identified in court documents and in news reports, and according to DA Morrissey, they are being targeted by members of the public. Here's what he says about that.
The harassment of witnesses in the murder prosecution of Karen Reed is absolutely baseless. It should be an outrage to any decent person, and it needs to stop. Innuendo is not evidence. False narratives are not evidence.
DA Morrissey says 11 people have given statements that they did not see John O'Keefe enter the home where the defense says he was ambushed. Morrissey says some people are openly accusing the homeowner's 18-year-old nephew of being the one who attacked O'Keefe. Morrissey speaks directly to that, and he names names.
Colin Albert, the young man being vilified, was not present when Reed's vehicle and John O'Keefe arrived on the street. This is a false narrative. Colin Albert didn't commit murder.
Morrissey goes on to say, quote, "We try people in the court and not on the internet for a reason. The internet has no rules of evidence. The internet has no punishment for perjury, and the internet does not know all the facts," end quote. He continues to say that, quote, "Conspiracy theories are not evidence," and he states that what's happening in this case is contrary to the American values of fairness and the constitutional value of a fair trial. Guys, it's not clear what prompted the DA to release this statement now on a Friday at close to 5 p.m. We will publish his entire message on our website, and you can find the link there. I'm investigative reporter Ted Daniel, Boston 25 News.
Right, thanks to Boston 25 News for that. Right, I'm going to be... I don't mind if you can talk amongst yourselves in chat. I'm just going to go and look at the Zoom link that I've got, and we'll see the conditions, and depending on the conditions, we'll determine whether it's either I'm just getting told it's illegal to show Zoom live. So what I'm going to have to do is the Zoom link is available in the in some Discords I've seen, so you can probably locate it. I don't think I'll give it here. I'm just going to try and get into the Zoom now, and so that is in about 35 minutes time. And what I will do, as I can't show the Zoom live, is I will report what I'm seeing. So why has he done this? He's done well. I say he's done this. He's made a lot of money out of doing this. That's number one. Yeah. I'm sure if there is a YouTube channel, it will be posted and we'll pick it up. But it's a shame that we can't broadcast it live. I'm typing the passcode into my Can you answer questions amongst yourselves in the chat while I'm doing this, if you don't mind? Because I've got to think while I type some figures into my browser. Obviously, this was a totally unplanned live stream, totally unprepared. I think Aidan Kearney has been interviewed by Merv. Believe I'm right there. Right. Just typing the passcode into my... And let's join as... Right. I'm waiting in the I'm waiting on the being let into the meeting now, so that is where I am. Let's just see if I've got any further links sent to me. Right. I've got a new mention somewhere. Where's that? It's probably... Right, yeah, someone else is waiting to be let in. I'm being waiting to let in. You can find... I'm not gonna say what the link is on here. Too many go in. Yeah, I'm not going to restream the Zoom meeting. I refuse to do that, and I've got a oh dear me. Let's see. So, is this the? Oh. Okay, I think this is the DA's whole statement that he made it.
First statement.
That he made in August. So we'll leave this playing. It's 5 minutes 44 long. We got a little time to wait until Zoom court, so I might as well play this and just go through and see if I've got any other updates. Hit me.
The first statement of its kind in my dozen years as Norfolk District Attorney. The harassment of witnesses in the murder prosecution of Karen Reed is absolutely baseless. It should be an outrage to any decent person, and it needs to stop. Innuendo is not evidence. False narratives are not evidence. However, what evidence does show is that John O'Keefe never entered the home at 34 Fairview Road in Canton the night he died. Location data from his phone, recovered from the lawn beneath his body when he was transported to the hospital, shows that his phone did not enter that home. 11 people have given statements that they did not see John O'Keefe enter the home at 34 Fairview that night. 0 people have said that they saw him enter the home. 0. No one. Some have, without any evidence, pointed to 18-year-old Colin Albert, a nephew of the homeowner, and accused him of attacking John O'Keefe as he entered the home. But phone evidence shows O'Keefe never entered the home at all. Testimony from witnesses tell us that 18-year-old Colin Albert had left his uncle's home before John O'Keefe and Karen Reed had arrived outside the residence. There was no fight inside that home. John O'Keefe did not enter the home. Colin Albert, the young man being vilified, was not present when Reed's vehicle and John O'Keefe arrived on the street. This is a false narrative. Colin Albert didn't commit murder. Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, and Brian Albert. These people were not part of a conspiracy and certainly did not commit murder or any crime that night. They have been forthcoming with authority, providing statements, and have not engaged in any cover-up. They are not suspects in any crime. They are merely witnesses in the case. To have them accused of murder is outrageous. To have them harassed and intimidated based on false narratives and accusations is wrong. They are witnesses doing what our justice system asks of them. The autopsy of John O'Keefe was conducted by a forensic pathologist from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. The doctor found that the injuries that left John helpless in the cold were not a result of a fight. She further found that the line of abrasions on his arm was consistent with blunt trauma, not an animal attack. A grand jury of everyday citizens heard the documented evidence and testimony before making a decision. The subject of that murder indictment enjoys the constitutional presumption of innocence. Why should the witnesses who have committed no crime be afforded less by members of the community? They should not be harassed for telling the government what they heard or saw. I'm asking the Canton community and everyone who feels invested in this case to hear all the actual evidence at trial before assigning guilt to people who have done nothing wrong. And certainly before taking it upon yourself to harass citizens who evidence shows have done nothing in this matter but come forward and bear witness. We try people in the court and not on the internet for a reason. The internet has no rules of evidence. The internet has no punishment for perjury, and the internet does not know all the facts. Conspiracy theories are not evidence. The idea that multiple police department, EMTs, fire personnel, the medical examiner, and prosecuting agencies are joined in or taken in by a vast conspiracy should be seen for what it is, completely contrary to the evidence and a desperate attempt to reassign guilt. Michael Proctor, the state police trooper, being accused of planting evidence outside 34 Fairview Road, was never at Fairview Road on the day of the incident. Proctor and his state police partner traveled together the entire day while other officers were processing 34 Fairview. Trooper Proctor was not there and did not plant evidence at 34 Fairview Road. In addition to having no opportunity to plant the evidence, as has been suggested, Proctor would have no motive to do so. Trooper Proctor had no close personal relationship with any of the parties involved in the investigation and had no conflict. And he had no reason to step out of this investigation. Every suggestion to the contrary is a lie. This should be seen for what it is and not used as a pretext to attack and harass others. What is happening to the witnesses, some with no actual involvement in the case, is wrong. It is contrary to the American values of fairness and the constitutional value of a fair trial. It needs to stop now. I am releasing this recorded statement rather than holding a news conference because my remarks need to be so narrowly tailored to the issue at hand while the prosecution is pending in Superior Court. But the message is the same. What is happening to these innocent people, these witnesses, is wrong and it needs to stop.
Right, so there was the statement from the DA, I believe it was the DA, in August, warning about the behaviours. Right, let's go back to this window. Is that the right? Hang on, I've got the wrong window at the moment. I've got a another news report. Just bear with me one sec while I sort out my windows. Right, which one have we got? Okay, right, I can see. So there we go. Right, for those of you that don't know who Aidan Kearney is, that is him in court in Kate. Oh, why do I keep having a brain fart over Karen Reid's case? Karen Reid's, she's charged with the murder of a cop, and Aidan has been interfering with it. And as you can see, actually, I'm going to move it out. Oh, can we fit that in at that zoom? It is quite good. Aidan Kearney, blogger known as Turtle Boy, in police custody. So let's have a look at this report. See if there's anything new in it. Aidan Kearney, the blogger behind the Massachusetts news brand, love how I say Massachusetts news brand Turtle Boy, is in police custody. Stoughton District Court confirmed to NBC 10 Boston he was in Massachusetts State Police custody. It wasn't immediately clear what charges he was in court on. Well, after I've read this, we'll go back to the charges. A long-time presence in Massachusetts news scene. Kearney has been reporting on the Karen Reid case and rallying supporters who believe that Reid, who is accused of second-degree murder in the death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, is the subject of a cover-up. NBC 10 Boston has reached out to the Norfolk District Attorney's Office and State Police for more information. Right, now, let's see which image. That's not that image. That image. Guess who asked in chat? And I assume some people have joined while we've been live. What he is in court for? Well, as you can see on screen, There are 5 charges against Aidan Timothy Kearney. They were filed on the 11th of October 2023, and they are witness, juror, police, court official, intimidation. And we did look up the possible sentences. And he can face some serious time on these charges. So he's definitely played FAFO. Right, what's the time? 4:10. So we've got 20 minutes to go before Zoom is apparently going to commence in the case. I'm just going to work out whether I can let me think here. See, I want to be able to talk to you lot, but don't want to broadcast the Zoom hearing to you. So we'll see. Let me just see what's happening in chat. So Teresa and Nasty are having a meet up. Oh, we got Shytown. Shytown, I didn't realise that the money grabbing person who hates frauditors, doesn't believe that anyone, it's all black and white with him. I didn't realise that he'd done a video on you and your arrest, which was I believe probably the shouty one near where you live, for which you got no, it's not 6 charges, it's 5. I thought it was 6 to start with, but one of them is against someone else in the middle there. So 5 felony charges. Yeah, you probably do, Navin. Yeah, I obviously wasn't expecting to do this today. Totally unprepared. I've not been let into the Zoom yet. No, I'm still not in. Just gonna check that I am in the waiting room. I am in the right waiting room. The host is in the meeting, but I'm not in yet. Yeah, oh, hang on. I've got some more information, I think. If anyone's in PK, there's a link in PK. If anyone can click that link and see if we've got a photo yet of him. Hope we get a mugshot of him. I do apologise for dead air, but it's just while I check the sources of information that we have. Hang on, I've got something. Have I got something more here? What's this one? I've got another Twitter feed. I'm not sure who it is. And I don't see anything about Turtle Boy on there. Going through my links now. I mean, obviously some of the right, all I'm seeing is the news reports that I've posted already. We're obviously in a bit of downtime before we get Okay, hang on. Gem Wow, let's do that. Let's do that. And if anyone else thinks they're blocked, let me try and do that. What am I sure? I've got to check that what I'm doing here isn't online. All right. I'm going to keep that Wendy Murphy Law Twitter up. She seemed to be... No, she's not reported anything new. Let's see if there's any... that would be interesting. Let's see what the comments... If there are any comments. I don't want to reply. I want to look at the comments. Maybe I've got to log in to look at the comments. Oh, no. Okay. This will be fun. Let's have a look at a few of the comments on the Twitter page. All right. I'm going to bring up the Twitter page now. There we go. Right. So this was on our latest comment. So we got the first one, which I think I've already read out, that she remembers Turtle Boy from college. Watch out. So Bobby Peters says, watch how quick this backfires. All it did was shine a spotlight on a case involving more corruption from the Mass State Police, a corrupt DA. Well, I'm not certain. I don't know. I don't know if she did the murder or she didn't do the murder, but that's right. Disagree with the government, and that's what you get. Hell Hitler. Who did he intimidate? You can't fault a guy for trying to uncover the truth. It's sad. One of the problems with that is that he put his own spin on the truth. He's not an investigator. He's not a criminal investigator. It's just getting started. Watch, says Lisa Jane Skinner. Yeah, you do. I do wonder, because obviously he was the leader of the... or he would call himself the leader of a band of people that took part in maybe illegal activities. So, well, this is disgusting, as are you. I don't understand that. Seizing property does nothing. Well, it does if it has evidence on it. Ask him what time. Freedom of speech. Well, freedom of speech has its limits. I quite like this last one. Wow, you still are blind to the human you are following. Sad. It's all a lie for money. Well, I think that's probably the case, and he doesn't care about the truth. Right, let's have a look at the responses to this one. Right, so Wendy Murphy Law, hang on. Will you be joking about Dr. Turtleboy being raped in jail, or do you only make rape jokes about women? Let's see what she said. Is that a joke? I'm not sure that's a joke that she said. Obviously, because it would appear from her tweets that she's on the anti-Turtleboy side. I mean, she's reported correct information today as far as I can see. But she's called Wendy the Wacko, you're disgusting lady. Are you wondering if they will revoke Karen next for witness intimidation using TB? Aidan, your auditing career ended early for becoming the story. I'm not sure he's an auditor. And I don't know. No, he's not. He's in line at Dunkin right now. Well, I think we've seen the charges, and I think there's probably sufficient information out there to... Right. Let's have a look at the comments on this one. I'm all packed and ready to go. We know, Free Karen Reed comments, we know a lot that you don't, Wendy. Well, you know what Turtle Boy has told you. I don't believe he's a proper investigator, so I think you've been conned. I don't know if she's guilty or not, but you have to let the proper authorities do their investigations. Dummy, I did hear that you posted an update on the Angry Vet with paperwork. So I'm not gonna, if it's out there, I'm not gonna look for it at the moment. You've done it. I reported his words as he came out of jail, prison, police station last night with 3 charges. I assume that's still the same, Dummy, if you're still here. Right, let me look at... That would be interesting, Navin. This is a perfect example for these so-called YouTube news reporters. FAFO, he is a mouthpiece who thought he was invincible. Thanks, Dummy. Yeah, so for those that don't know, the Angry Vet got arrested last night. He's probably not the best person to go cop watching because he is angry and he upset a normal citizen as opposed to a police officer, and got charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and failure to obey, I believe. But go to Dummy Kruger, who's done a video. Oh my, Aza, I still can't get those images or video out of my head. Right, what's this say? Funny, 2 judges denied requests from said witnesses. Being arrested on a phony charge and being released in 2 hours won't stop anything. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that any bond that's set, because he's got all these followers. Yeah, this lady reported that there are 2 specific courts, starting with Stoughton District, and that's the one I think I've got the Zoom link to, which I haven't been admitted to. I did get sidetracked with oh dear. Let me have a look. I've got to I need to place. I'm not a multitasker. Come on. I'm not a multitasker. What do you expect me to do? It's very hard. Very hard. Right. What's the time? See, it's 5 minutes until that arraignment. I'm not in. I want to check the Discords to see if anyone else is in. Let me just send someone a message. Sorry. Who I know was in the waiting room. Right. Hopefully I'll get a message back as to whether or not they've been let in. Let's check Masshole. Let's check Masshole. Right. Masshole is telling me, what can I play for you whilst we wait? I don't know what I can play for you whilst we wait. I mean, I suppose I could, if I'd have recorded that story of the yeah, that's the only problem, Asa. I'm in Monica Collins' Zoom meeting waiting room. I mean, it's possible, given the fact that yeah, I'm not going to. I mean, there is a Zoom link. There is a Zoom link in the Turtle Boy watch room of Masshole's Discord server. What courts are he in? Biff Muffin. He's in the. I've got the case. Hang on. Let me put the case numbers back up. Let me put the case numbers back up for you. Not that one. Oh, there we go. Right. So the case numbers are 2355 Charlie Romeo 00 115. So I'll say that again. Actually, let me type it in chat. 2355 CR 00 115, and the last digit are 0, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Right. So that is the case number. Add that last digit to the initial number. 2355 Charlie Romeo 00 115 0 1 2 4 and 5. So those are the case numbers. Right, I'm still not let in to the court. Let me open. I'm going to open another browser. And yes, I know that I haven't done any. Remind me as I get to the end of the stream, and I will do it the minute I stop the stream. All right. Let's go into Zoom. Just need to. So I'm having a second go at, and we'll do this one through this VPN. Right, just need to type the passcode in. Apologies. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Right. There's no point. There is a Zoom limit, and the meeting capacity has been reached. So I don't know. I'm going to be watching the Discords to see if someone has a link. That was the problem with broadcasting the yes, guess who, these are felonies. That's why I didn't I can't see. Let me look here. Oh, someone's messaged me in here. Right, I've got a live stream coming from the court, so I might as well. Let's bring that up on the screen. That's that one. Oh, don't want that. I've got a live stream from the court house steps. Thank you. Well, you know who you are, who tagged me. Right, someone says they've just seen him go in, so well, I might let me bring this up and I'll sorry, right, let's get rid of that image, get rid of that one. Right, so this is a live stream from the courthouse steps. Right, I'm going to shut my mic off and put the volume up on the video, but I'll probably go through it quite quickly, searching for Aiden.
Good luck making that stick. Good luck. I'm live. I don't care. I'm not afraid. So come fucking get me. I don't give a not going to shut up. Twisted Tragedies isn't going away. They're not going to shut up, and there's many other channels that aren't going away and aren't going to shut up. So got a lot to say to Morrissey. Bring it. I'm done. Bring it. There's more than just Turtle Boy.
Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. How are you today? I'm good. How are you today? Not bad.
Sorry. Here we go. I'd come this way, guys.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just short. I'm just short. Oh, you go low. I go high. Yeah. I'm trying to get around the other side.
I get it.
Stay down there, Tom, because I
I'm
can't
down,
see
I'm down.
you're too high.
I got you.
Shit. Got your back, Aiden. We got your back, Aiden.
What do you have to say? I hope they find that Ford Edge that was parked outside. We got you. We got you.
Got your back, Aiden. We got your back, Aiden.
What do you have to say? I hope they find that Ford Edge that was parked outside the window.
Got your back, Aiden. We got your back, Aiden.
What do you have to say? I hope they find that Ford Edge that was parked outside the window.
Aiden.
What do you have to say? I hope.
Got your back, Aiden.
Oh shit. I've had my mic off, haven't I? Well, I've been doing that. I was saying I'm going to slow that down so that you can get some shots of him going into court. I mean, you saw the presence there of the people. He's just got a cult. He's like a cult. He's got a cult following. Right, back to my... I am in the waiting room of the court on one browser, and I haven't got the message there about the limit that I got on the other one. Like I said, the Kool-Aid has been drunk. Yeah. If I can't get a Zoom meeting, I don't know the point of me now staying live. I'm just wasting yours and my time, maybe. It was good to get the link to the him going into court. Yeah, other people, I haven't seen anyone. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let me have a look here. I better just yeah, I'll delete that so you don't hear. Hang on. No, I've got. Oh, I went into someone who I thought might be in the court in a Discord, and they're not in the court. So I'm going to come out of there. I might have messed up them. They might have heard me in two places then. I thought they might have a court link, but they don't have a court link. Yeah, that's all right. But hang on, I'm just going to send a message. I'm talking to someone in Discord, but I'm silly, aren't I? Because I don't know that they're watching me. I'm just going to ask him, are they streaming court or my stream? Hang on, he's typing back to me, so he may be listening to me. Yeah, so someone else is still waiting to get in. It is one of the problems, and you know, that's why I was being careful not to give you the Zoom link on here, because it can mess it up for everyone. Ideally, that would have been found and kept quite quiet, but it hasn't been. So I'm looking to see if there's any. We might have to go to this YouTube stream. Is she still streaming, or has she stopped? Let's So I'm watching on a different display at the moment. Let's take this back to one time. Take it off full display. See if she's live at the moment. Yeah, she is still live, it says there. Let's have a watch at what she's doing, and I'll give you some volume. So, because it might be the best we're going to get.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I don't know, 7 feet from them. About 7 feet, D. Literally, 7 feet. You could probably 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, maybe 10 steps from them. And then all the media is over here waiting for this hearing, obviously. Where they've been the entire time, I don't know. Nope. Yes, we do know the charges. Witness intimidation, 6 counts. 1 count of conspiracy. 1 count of violation of an abuse prevention order that says someone's name has nothing to do with this. Just shit they want to throw at the wall and see if it stuck. I was live when they brought him in. I was already live. I've been live before he got here. Oh yeah, I got him too. Walking away.
I've only seen evidence of 5 charges. Only evidence of 5 charges.
So intimidated.
5 or 6 doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, he's not related. Yeah, special prosecutor. Yeah, because Morrissey knew he couldn't do it himself, but what did he do? You appoint a special prosecutor who's probably your buddy's buddy's buddy, right? And then here we are. Like, let's get real here. We called some people, Stacey. We called some people, Stacey. Oh. We wouldn't leave him hanging like that. Why are my comments not popping up on the screen like I want them to? All right, so maybe it is. Yeah, we're looking.
Cheeky. Oh, what's happening there? I opened the wrong one. Cheeky monkey, they're not federal charges. I haven't seen anything that says a federal charge. I don't know if that was relating to this or something else. Looking back through such an unexpected delight this morning. 5 charges, tech and devices seized. Colt thinking he'll make millions off his mugshot t-shirts. I mean, he will make money. There's no doubt. He has this cult. He has this cult following. I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem that seems to have developed, that, what shall I say, shitty people develop a following who are prepared to throw money at them. Right. What does Matt say? I'm keeping an eye on this live stream. Trouble is, obviously, I'm not going to use someone's content just for the sake of using their content. I imagine Kate may well do a stream later. It's possible that I may be doing a live stream later this week with someone else, with unknown information about, well, I say unknown information that I'm in possession of, but don't want to release at the moment, about Audit Wrangler, and there are reasons why I don't want to release it at the moment. And depending on what happens, I'm not going to release it. What a stupid comment. Journalists don't intimidate witnesses. What What a stupid comment that is. Journalists don't intimidate witnesses. So just because I'm a journalist, I don't intimidate. I'm. It's an exception to the law. That sure is a shame. I'm still in the waiting room. I've still got a host has joined. We've let them know you're here with a circle. Yeah, intimidation of witness in Massachusetts is a serious felony. And as we saw from the statute, maybe I'll go back to the statute for now. We can look at that charge again, just see where she is. Are those news station people who will be broadcasting? Is the question on the bottom of her chat. Ah, Don Moore, sorry, that's me picking up, and I'm glad for the clarification. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'm of the opinion that anyone is a journalist. You know, First Amendment covers everyone. There are such things as journalists who are carded by certain information. Yeah, Don, I hope I made that clear. Yeah, I think Paul. I think Don's made it clear that he wasn't saying that. It was just a statement, I think, that he was repeating, as opposed to saying, is everyone a journalist? Everyone has the ability to be a journalist, I suppose, in the US. Well, anywhere. I didn't have to do anything special, and I suppose I could be called a journalist. I'm not a very good one. I'm not very prepared for such things. Let me just have. I'm here talking to myself. I suppose I could talk to my son, who's here. Look, we got 247 viewers, so I might as well keep on going. You saying more charges, Asa? More charges? Let me have a look. See. So I'm being asked. I just need to respond to a question in Discord. So, right, there we go. I do apologise for my multitasking, but I don't have a producer or anything like that. I'm a one-man band. So we just need to, if someone advises me about something, what's this? Right, WCVB5. Let's have a look at that one. WBCV5. And I apologise to Ellie that she can't chat, but I have opened the pages. All right, that is a Boston. Oh, dear me. Isn't that annoying? They won't let me in from my area. That's because of our right. Oh, they've got a lot better picture of Turtle Boy. So let's switch to that for the minute. So we need to turn on that one. At least I'm turning on the right screens. Oop, get rid of that. And let's see what this says. All right. My speaker's on. Mute my mic.
The right support can give you confidence in the face of uncertainty. As a Citigold client, a dedicated team will help you navigate the market so you can be ready for that next step.
So it looks like there's no sound. Looks like there's no sound, but that's a lot better shot of him going into the courthouse. Let me put that up on the other display, and we'll display that full screen because I quite like that. I mean, I have seen the infamous video of Turtle Boy, and it's a sight, if you have seen it, that you can't get out of your head. I have got my mic on, haven't I? Yeah. Right. So we're going to switch display again. So turn that one off. And let's enjoy Turtle Boy in full screen in good quality. Get that off the screen. Oh, I can't get that thing off the bottom. I do apologise. What happened there? What's happening?
At University of Phoenix, we offer an unlimited number of scholarships. So everyone who qualifies for one gets one, starting with your first course.
I'm sorry. I've got this little message that's getting in the way of me. Oh. Where's the... It's there. Look, I'm trying to click on that little box there. There we go. Right. Let's go back to W. Right. Back here again. Where's the full screen now? There's no full screen. Oh well. We'll have to watch him at that size. Bloody websites. There's no... See, I haven't got any control. Oh, there we go. Right. Full screen it. Go there. Oh, what a lovely sight. He's got a good job. He's got his free Karen Reid t-shirt on. That's a great job. He's got his free Karen Reid t-shirt on. It'll be free Turtle Boy. What do you think he's thinking there? What do you think he's thinking there? Right. Just check the Zoom. I'm still waiting in the waiting room. So I haven't got any Zoom. I haven't seen anyone. Yeah, I did click the wrong button on that pop-up. I don't know. As you can tell, I'm using a browser-based VPN. Because some can't believe, no. Let's have a, if I can click that down again. That's right, I've got good control there. That is brilliant. I've got to love that. Think he'll be released own recognizance? No way. No way. He'll be released own recognizance. He's gonna have a bond, but he's got sufficient support, I would suspect, that whatever bond is set for him, he'll get released. I mean, Karen Reid is out and she's charged with second-degree murder. There's some rich people. Hello, Goddess of Truth. Turtle is happy as a clam. Love it. He's wondering if his butt looks big in his jogging pants. Definitely. Here we pleading the numbers down. Felipe, the charges are... Okay. That's people ask the question. Let me bring up the image that has the charges on them, which are there. Which is 5 counts of witness, juror, police court official, intimidate. 268, section 13B. So those are the charges, Felipe. 5 counts. For some reason, this other case, which is abuse prevention order, violate, Charles Patrick Leahy, I don't think is... I mean, it could be connected to the same case, but it's obviously not Aiden. So let's go back to the chat. I'm gonna... Because I do like seeing Turtle Boy in cuffs. I don't think I've seen him in cuffs before, so it's quite interesting. Right, let's have a look at these comments. I suspect his bond terms will probably include him not broadcasting, probably. I'm not talking about the case at all, so and some will say that's a breach of his free speech, but yeah, if his computer and devices are confiscated, he'll get back online. He's got enough money. He's got enough money. Sorry, he's got enough people who are wealthy enough and stupid enough to finance him. One man's cult is another man's community. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Right. Here we go. Save image. I've got an image which I will be saving to my computer. And we just check the Zoom link while I'm doing this. Right. What was this one? Probably just been... Yeah, I agree, Laura. It's probably the case. Anyhow, I've got an update on the charges, so, and I haven't read it myself, so I will be reading it with you. I just need to go into Streamlabs, bring a new source up, an image, add source, add new source, add source, browse, click on this one, done. Okay, that's the image up. We'll bring you down. Sorry, I'll bring you down below the where I can bring the chat up so that I can still see the chat. Right, I can't read it at the moment. This is where I should do scenes and do this all offline, but it's probably better to do it with you. Right, so how many now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 charges. So we now have 6 charges of witness, juror, police, court official intimidation, and 1 charge of conspiracy, section 274, subsection 7. Right. Okay. Oh, look, they're all in Stoughton District Court. So that is another change as well. Looks like they're all in Stoughton District Court, not the other court. Okay. So let me... I don't think it's going to be legible if... Oh, it's... Yeah, it's legible at that. Let me leave that up for now. Look at this. This is breaking news. Breaking news. I feel a bit like agenda-free TV. Obviously, thanks PK for the information. I don't know if you noticed, but there. I'm just trying to find her. I'm just trying to find. So that was my alert that I got the charges, because I am monitoring various Discord rooms. I've got to monitor that woman that was streaming outside the court. But let's look up that other charge. So it was section chapter 274, section 7. Go. Right. I'll just take the charges off the screen at the moment for the moment. So that's image 5. And we will display this one. Cool, it's like a professional, isn't it? There we go. Section 7, conspiracy penalties. Any person who commits the crime of conspiracy shall be punished as follows. First, if the purpose of the conspiracy or any of the means for achieving the purpose of the conspiracy is a felony punishable by death or imprisonment for life, which I imagine is the case, because I imagine murder 2 has a life sentence as a punishment for it, by a fine of not more than $10,000 or by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 20 years or in jail for not more than 2.5 years, or both by such fine and imprisonment. So the purpose of the conspiracy or any means for achieving the purpose of the conspiracy is a felony. Is the purpose of the conspiracy a felony punishable? Who knows? We know her cases. Need to read that more than once. Second, sorry, Alex, I click on them when I see them. See if it involves me. For public safety, maybe headed. He may have a short sentence. I think he's going to plead guilty to his breach of probation. Right, let's continue with reading this. Second, if clause first does not apply in the purpose of the conspiracy or any of the means for achieving the purpose of the conspiracy, is a felony punishable by imprisonment in the state prison for a maximum period exceeding 10 years, by a fine of not more than $10,000 or by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 10 years or in jail for not more than 2.5 years, or by both such fine and imprisonment. I'm just... Any person... So, right. So I'll be punished as follows. So it all depends on the purpose of the conspiracy. And what would the purpose of the conspiracy be? Right. So let's have a look at the minimum. So this is the minimum. So the minimum is $2,000 or by imprisonment in jail for not more than 2.5 years or both. So that is the minimum. I think he's facing 10 years from the other charges, so it's likely this one possibly applies. By a fine of not more than $5,000 or by imprisonment in the state prison for not more than 5 years, or in jail for not more than 2.5 years, or by both such fine and imprisonment. So I think that one definitely, I think he achieves definitely third. Let's have a look back at second. So third is jail, state prison, 5 years potentially. And second is state prison, 10 years. It's weirdly written, this. Weirdly written. I looked up section 7. Sorry, it wasn't section 7. Any person who commits the crime of conspiracy. I'm just trying to work out at what level his crime is committed. I don't know if we can conclude on that. I'm a bit confused because these are just the punishments. Right, so 7 felonies by the look of it. Let's go back to the woman who's recording outside. Where have I got her? Or have I lost her? She was up on this screen here. I've got that whole problem of clicking on a box away from. Right, let's see if she's got any updates. Right, I'm going to mic off and.
Yeah, most of them are all here. And they're saying things to people when people walk in. They called Chrissy white. Right to record you in the course of your public duties, which includes answering your phone, lady. So there's that. Like, that's the law. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, yeah, yeah, exactly. He's a target for this. Like, all great channels, they cover it. No, not yet. There's LTL. He was Turtle Boy supposed to be on tonight. I don't know if he's gonna make that, but there's the Glacier. All these people who have. Oh, yeah, it was already planned, absolutely, because the McCabe's and the Alberts were already here before he was even brought here, which means they knew about it previous. It wasn't on Turtle Club last night. It was just on regular YouTube. Got some turtle riders there. Yeah, and they're not. That's what he said when they brought him in. I wonder. It's exactly what he said was, why don't you guys find out whose Ford Edge was out there at 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. Yes, Megan, I'm assuming.
I'm just going to get our signs and we're just going to walk.
Is there an echo if I have this on at the moment? Or not? Hopefully not. Donos can be made on Cash App or Venmo at Sky 3188 or $Sky 3188. For those of you who in chat who want to support Turtle Boy. That's an interesting one. Let me go back to Discord just to check, see if I've had anything else. Yeah, I am hearing that from a second source, 2 p.m. But I also know how Chinese whispers operate, so it's possible 2 p.m. Just looking through this, see if there's anything. Just having a look through another Discord here. Just to see if there's anything else. There's a nice screen grab of him going into court, which is good. Right, there's no news in there. Just seeing if we've got any other news hit. Sorry, bear with me while I'm just checking. Doesn't seem that. Let me have a look at her recording outside the courthouse. See, I don't see Turtle Boy coming out.
It's not why, because other people call too to get the information. You can't refuse to be recorded just because You're in the course of your public duties, and we have a right to record you in the course of your public duties, which includes answering your phone, lady. So there's that. Like, that's the law. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like,
Yeah, it's funny how they try to
finagle. They make mistakes. No. Dude, that looks like my mother-in-law.
Anything to stop the truth getting.
And that's it right there. Anything to stop the truth. But
Right, I've just seen in chat that NBC is streaming live in Courthouse. So let's see if we can find that. Has anyone got channel name for NBC Mass? Let me look it up quickly. So that's NBC Boston. I'm looking at 10 Boston NBC, and I don't see, unless they're 24/7 streaming news.
This week, we're taking issue with the chaos in the House Republican caucus. Kevin McCarthy led a...
Just seeing, I don't see that they're reporting. So I'm on NBC 10. Don't know if anyone else can see if they're... I'm looking at their YouTube channel. Nothing on their YouTube channel. This I'm seeing inside the courtroom on Boston 10. Yeah, Boston 10. How do I get Boston 10 live? You'll all leave me and go and watch Boston 10. But I don't mind. Right. Hang on. Oh, do I have to see, I think that's just I'm just into NBC. If anyone's got a link that they can finally caught the live, yeah. I'm looking at I'm having a look to see. It's possibly that I'm restricted from getting Boston 10. Yeah, if I see a link, I'll either try and mod them. It's on their homepage, right? Boston 10. Live TV. Then I've got to log in with your TV provider to show live, so that's not helping me. I'm just looking at... I do apologise. This is where me being in the UK may be preventing me from... So I can find it on... See, it says YouTube TV. YouTube TV. I wonder. I do have an app. Yeah, I've opened that. Sorry, I am just. Yeah, Paul. I think I'm restricted by, because I can see. Hang on, let me show you. Let me show you where I am and why I think I'm restricted. Right. Okay. So there's nothing playing in there. 7 counts, which I think I'm agreeing with. 7 accounts. There is a live TV up here, but that just takes me here, and there's no way I'll be able to watch it because I don't have any of those providers. So unless, you see, isn't that going to be the national one?
To share our story, and I cannot imagine what you and your family are going through as a human.
See, that I think that's national. I don't think that's local. Yeah, YouTube TV. You see, I can't. Yeah, I can't see the live window. I do have. Goddess of Truth. I just made you a Facebook page. Yeah, I've got a VPN to GA, and link will work. Okay. Let me try my other. Right, I'm in the US here. I'm gonna copy link address, paste and go. Go to site. See if it plays here. I've got a spinning circle. I think we're. I saw something and then it went black. So let me bring this in to my. Thanks. Oh no, I can't bring that into that page. Refresh it. I definitely saw the inside of a courtroom. But now I've got a black screen. Interesting. Is anyone watching it? Ah, the screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. I got it then. Okay. Now I've got to work out how to get this. Just bear with me one sec while I get that out there. Expand. Okay. All right. That is what I'm seeing now at the moment. You can see I've got a live down the bottom here. Obviously, I haven't got any sound on. Let's put some sound on. Yeah, I mean, if it's, I assume this, you can't rewind it, can you? Did anyone see him? Did anyone see him? Yeah, but did anyone see? Did anyone see him? Okay, so we haven't missed anything. Right. Shall I stay live? Shall I stay live? We've still got a lot of people in here, I think. Let me have a look. Okay. Right. I think what I'll do. So, Goddess of Truth. Okay, different channel. Let's try that one. Copy link address. Paste and go. Go to site. Yeah, Globber Mum. It's the same. You want me to stay live or come back in 90 minutes? I mean, I can't see. See, we've reported the facts. There's nothing going on at the moment. I'm tempted to close this live stream down. I know if I'm not bothered if someone else, takes over the streaming, or do I stay live? Okay, I'm being told to stay live. I'll stay live. I will stay live. Let's put the image up of these charges. What can I do? What can I do while I'm live? What I can do is because I was going to edit a video and I just started editing it when this broke. So let me do that. I'll do that live. So there won't be any editing of the video. We'll just look at the arrest and we'll look at the charges. So that will give us something to look at. It's live now. Okay. Novian says it's live now. Okay, got it. There we go. Okay, let's minimize this. I'm gonna mute for a bit. I don't know. I really want these charges staying up, but I don't want to. Let me add an effect to these. Open source. I'll shut up if anything happens. So I'm just playing around with this. I think it would be useful to have the charges sort of legible. Let me which one is that? I'm going to adjust the PK a bit on here so it will hardly be visible when I've done this if I get the right image. Is that the PK? No, that can't be the PK. Is that the PK? That could be. Is that the PK? Yeah, that's the PK. Let me filters, edit filters, take that opacity down to right, that's better. Oh, I've just seen him on another. Why isn't that on that one? Hang on. I need to put this window. Oh, there he is. Okay. Is there any echo on the sound, or are you all right? Let me know if there's an echo on the sound, and I'll adjust it. There's no sound from the court at the moment. Oh, here we go. Right, I'm going to mute.
Witness, juror, police, court official. These offenses taking place on various dates in the town of Canton. Docket 23 CR 1154, being charged with one count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, court official. These offenses taking place on various dates in the town of Canton. Docket 23 CR 1155, being charged with one count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, court official. These offenses taking place on various dates. One count of picketing a court judge or juror. These offenses taking place on June 13th, 2023 in the town of Camden. Docket 23 CR 1156, being charged with one count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, court official. These offenses taking place on various dates in the town of Camden. Docket 23 CR 1157, being charged with one count of conspiracy. These offenses taking place September 25th, 2023 in the town of Avon. Docket 23 CR 1158, being charged with one count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, court official. These offenses taking place on various dates. One count of picketing court judge or juror. That offense taking place on June 6, 2023 in the town of Canton. Docket 23 CR 1159, being charged with one count of intimidation of a witness, juror, police, court official. Those offenses taking place on various dates. One count of picketing a court judge or juror. That offense taking place on June 6, 2023 in the town of Canton.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. I'm advising you pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 276, Section 58. Should you be charged with a crime or violate a release condition during the pendency of any one of these cases, one or more of these cases, you could be held on any one or more in the House of Correction for up to 90 days without bail. Counsel, does the gentleman qualify?
He does, but he also has private counsel.
Yes, private counsel. Okay. Mr. Reynolds, will you stand up for today?
Yes.
And for the Commonwealth?
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kenneth Mello, Special Prosecutor for the Commonwealth. With me is Attorney Robert Novak, also Special Prosecutor of the office.
All right, good afternoon, both of you. Good afternoon, Mr. Reynolds. Mr. Mello, do you have any requests for the court?
I do, Your Honor. I have a number of requests for conditions of release. Where Commonwealth is requesting cash bail in the amount of $1,000, GPS monitoring, stay away from all witnesses 100 yards, and that would be with the exception of court appearances that the defendant is required to attend if other witnesses are present. We're asking for a 100-yard stay away from the witnesses' homes, businesses, places of employment, and schools. We're asking for no contact with witnesses by phone, text, email, or otherwise, either directly or indirectly. We're asking that the defendant, through his blogs and internet use, not encourage, or court order him to not encourage any of his blog followers to call or visit or otherwise intimidate or harass witnesses. As Your Honor may be aware, this defendant has a blog with a rather large following, and that will get to the root of the case itself, but it appears that in the past he has appears that in the past he's encouraged his followers to take various actions with respect to witnesses in this matter. We're asking that there be no harassment of witnesses or their families, no intimidation of witnesses or their family members. We're asking that he not on his blogs or otherwise encourage his blog followers to photograph witnesses, their families, their homes, etc. As Your Honor will hear from the evidence presented by the Commonwealth and Commonwealth's argument, the defendant has shown up at sports games attended or that were being engaged in by children of witnesses, and has made scenes there using loudspeakers, etc. We're asking that he be precluded or prohibited from attending those sports games, school or otherwise, to harass witnesses. That there be no mentioning by names or other forms of identification of the witnesses on his blogs, Twitter, YouTube, etc. When I say witnesses, I'm also talking about the victims in this case, Your Honor. The victims in this case all being witnesses in another matter that the Commonwealth will address. Certainly this would not preclude the defendant from talking about other cases, but not with respect to discussing the witnesses and their family members, etc. We're asking that he have a stay-away order from D&E Pizza, and that he be precluded from encouraging his blog followers from harassing and intimidating that business. That he not contact witnesses, family members, schools, sports teams, coaches, etc. He has done that in the past, Your Honor. That he not photograph or video witnesses at home or work, and that also goes to taping, Judge. And he not contact the place of work of the witnesses or victims. And I have a large number of facts I would like to make the court aware of. I apologize for the time it's going to take. There are 9 complaints before Your Honor. Some of these facts apply to all. If I could just read that section to the court once, or recite those facts, and then deal with them individually. Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, on the morning of January 20th, 2022, a gentleman by the name of John O'Keefe was found unresponsive on the front lawn of 34 Fairview Drive in Canton, Massachusetts. He was transported to Good Samaritan Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner determined the cause of death to be blunt force to the head and hypothermia. Evidence was presented to the Norfolk County Grand Jury that indicated on the night of January 28, 2022, Reed and O'Keefe were at two Canton restaurants, C.F. McCarthy's and the Waterfall, where they met friends. And this is Karen Reed. After the Waterfall closed at shortly after midnight, Karen Reed and Mr. O'Keefe were invited to 34 Fairview Road in Canton. Witnesses stated Reed and O'Keefe did not enter 34 Fairview Road. The Norfolk Grand Jury indicted Karen Reed on second-degree murder, motor vehicle manslaughter while operating under the influence of alcohol, and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle crash causing death. The indictment alleges that Karen Reed struck O'Keefe with a motor vehicle and left the scene, and the case is currently pending in Norfolk Superior Court as docket number 2282 CR 117. The lead investigator.
Just for the record, there are many people attending this hearing via Zoom. We're doing the best we can to keep them all muted. When you hear some random utteration like you just did, that's from someone who has not yet been muted.
Thank you, Judge. The lead investigator for the investigation I've just described is Trooper Michael Proctor of Massachusetts State Police, assigned to the Norfolk State Police Detective Unit. Trooper Proctor testified before the grand jury and continues to conduct investigative work on the case. Michael Proctor is married to Elizabeth Proctor. Elizabeth is not a witness to the investigation, but a family member, as mentioned in Chapter 268, Section 13B of the General Laws. During the investigation into O'Keefe's death, witnesses were identified, interviewed, and testified before the grand jury. These civilian witnesses were present with O'Keefe and Karen Reed in the hours leading up to O'Keefe's death and his discovery on January 29, 2022. The witnesses include the following: Matthew McCabe, who was interviewed by investigators. Matthew was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death, and observed an SUV believed to be that of Karen Reed's in the front of 34 Fairview Road, and he testified at the grand jury. Jennifer McCabe was interviewed by investigators. Jennifer was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death, observed an SUV believed to be Reed's in front of 34 Fairview Road, and was with Reed when O'Keefe was found unresponsive, and testified at the grand jury. Brian Albert, interviewed by investigators. Brian was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant and the homeowner of 34 Fairview Road, and testified at the grand jury. Julie Albert, the wife of Christopher Albert, was interviewed by investigators. Julie was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death, and she testified at the grand jury. Chris Albert, husband of Julie, was first interviewed by investigators on February 10, 2022. Chris was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death and testified before the grand jury. Colin Albert was interviewed by investigators. He is the son of Chris and Julie Albert. And Juliana Nagel was interviewed by investigators. She was present at 34 Fairview Drive when people were arriving from the Waterfall restaurant and observed an SUV believed to be that of Karen Reed parked in front of 34 Fairview Drive. In an April 2023 motion filed by Reed's defense attorneys, defendant's motion for order pursuant to Mass Rule of Criminal Procedure 17, directed to Brian Albert, Verizon, and AT&T, alleged police misconduct and a conspiracy among civilian witnesses to frame Reed for the death of O'Keefe. The motion calls Brian Albert a suspect and Jennifer McCabe a conspirator who took calculated steps to purge her phone of this inculpatory evidence. A local blogger, the defendant, Aidan Kearney, had adopted the defense's claims. Kearney runs a series of websites and social media accounts under the name of Turtlebook. The social media accounts include TB Daily News, X, formerly Twitter, with 33,800 followers as of the last count. Aidan Kearney at Dr. Turtleboy, X, formerly Twitter, with 44,800 followers. Turtle Boy, Facebook with 27,000 followers, and Turtle Boy Live on YouTube with 41,000 subscribers. He refers to his followers as Turtle Riders. Now, it should be noted that the defendant on many of his sites, his websites or blogs, if you will, has a pay section where he's requesting contributions from the public to support his work, if you will. And some indications are that it's been estimated on the internet that he has raised in excess of $5 million doing so. So this is apparently a business of his that he's engaged in. Beginning in April of 2023, Kearney began posting articles to his website and social media accounts where he adopts the defense allegations as true and makes personal attacks on civilian witnesses and members of their families and their friends. Kearney authors and publishes a blog on the website tvdailynews.com. The website has a series of articles entitled Canton Cover-Up. As of September 28, 2023, at least 164 articles have been posted to the website into this category regarding Karen Read, and there have been additional articles since that date. Kearney posts weekly videos to YouTube where he has discussed Karen Read and made statements regarding witnesses. Below are a small selection of the verbal statements made by Kearney in these videos that have been published to followers and are publicly available for viewing without being a subscriber or follower and have been archived by investigators. Episode 594, Turtle Boy returns to Canton. This is a video posted shortly after Kearney visited homes of witnesses. This is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back. I'll be back. Get used to this. These people think, these people think I'm fucking around. You haven't seen the last of me. Get used to it at the 119 mark. Episode 598, Waking. Karen Read defense files motion to recuse. This guy, meaning Chris Albert, had his head on the swivel looking for Turtle Riders. I got bad news for you, Chris. I got really bad news for you. They are literally everywhere. You guys should just stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where you all were today. You were in Agawam, weren't you? You guys were at some sort of Little League thing in Agawam. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. Just know that there will be no life as normal is over. Life as normal, you had normal for a while there, from January 29th to about April 2023. You guys literally got away with murder. States that at the 8-minute mark. While discussing the video of Chris Albert being confronted outside of a Canton restaurant, we, Kearney and his audience, are getting to them. Chris Albert, meaning Chris Albert and other witnesses. When you act this way, that's like a green light for me, time to hit the gas. I got pictures of you. You can't leave the fucking country, Turtle Riders. We're gonna find you. They're gonna find you. You can't hide anymore. Your private life is officially over. You leave your house, you're gonna have your picture taken, so you need to get used to the new normal, your new normal. Turtle Riders are gonna take pictures of you, and they're gonna send it to me. You're famous. We need to accelerate it. They, the woman who recorded the video of Chris Albert confrontation, are doing a fantastic job with this. Stated that at the 24-minute mark. In episode 604, entitled Colin Albert Drops Out of School, Brian Higgins Flipping, Is the End Near? I said from the beginning, I don't want this to go to trial. That is this defendant's words himself. I don't want this to go to trial, referencing the Karen Read case. On September 18, 2023, Kearney posted a blog entitled Canton Cover-Up, Part 142. Free Karen Read. Billboard goes up on Route 1 outside Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. More to follow on his website. The topic of the blog post was about a billboard that read, Free Karen Read, with a picture of Karen Read. Kearney praised the organizers of the billboard. In the post, Kearney wrote, thank you to everyone who donated as well. Although millions of people know about the injustice that is happening in Norfolk County, I would bet that over half the population of Norfolk County has never heard of Karen Read before. That will change because of this three-pronged billboard blitz. It's really time for people in Norfolk County to know about this story, because that is where the jury pool will be chosen from. essentially, Judge, an admission that he's seeking to taint the jury pool in the case. On June 13th, 2023, Kearney broadcast a live YouTube video, episode 590, which is currently posted on his YouTube page. During the broadcast, Kearney displayed phone records of Jennifer McCabe from the day O'Keefe was killed. The records displayed names to the phone number, displayed names next to the phone number, which appeared to be the user of the other phone. These records had previously been an attachment to an unredacted defense motion filed in Commonwealth v. Reed. During the video broadcast, Kearney cold calls the phone numbers without names associated. In this process, he called the work cell phone of Trooper Proctor. Trooper Proctor stated the phone number that made the call was 413-262-69, and I'll omit the last two numbers, Judge. Kearney left the following voicemail. Hi, Trooper Proctor. This is award-winning journalist, Aidan Kearney, calling. I'm calling to talk to you. I do have some questions about you. I have a lot of questions, actually. For starters, why didn't you tell me, one, before doing the investigation, that you were good friends with the Albert family? Why did you, in your report, say that you were introduced to Chris Albert on February 10th, when you have known him for more than a decade prior to that? Why did you lie about that? About what time you towed Karen Reed's car? Why did you intentionally misspell the names of several key witnesses in your report? And you know, I'm just wondering about all those things, and maybe you and I can meet for coffee. Boy, do I have a lot of questions for you. Where were you inside Fairview Drive that night, or that morning rather? Why did you stay there for 4.5 hours, and what did you guys talk about and do? Why are you descending stairs with John O'Keefe's phone in your pocket? So give me a call back, man. We feel like you and I have a lot to talk of catching up to do. I talk about you a lot. I feel like I know you pretty well at this point. I know which year you graduated from the academy. I know you were out in West Brookfield for a while. I know some people that you know, so give me a call back when you get this. Now that I have your number and everybody watching also has your phone number, which again is 781, and omit the remainder of the number. So I'd like to know. She called you again. You called her at 12:49. We're going to get to that. So now I have your number. I'm going to plug you in and we'll talk soon. Essentially, broadcasting the trooper's number to his turtle followers, if you will, seemingly with the intent to have them also harass him. As a result of the cell phone number being broadcasted, Trooper Proctor began to receive random and harassing text messages and voicemails. In the 12 hours following Kearney's calls, Trooper Proctor received approximately a dozen text messages, phone calls, and voicemails. The content of the calls and messages pertained to Trooper Proctor's alleged involvement in the conspiracy and call for his termination. Trooper Proctor had to change his work cell phone number to avoid the constant unwanted calls and messages. Michael Proctor is married to Elizabeth Proctor. Beginning in April 2023, Kearney wrote blog posts about Elizabeth Proctor. On May 9, 2023, Kearney authored a post about Elizabeth. A video was attached to the post. The video depicts a cell phone screen of an Apple iPhone. The user of the cell phone dials the cell phone number of Elizabeth, which is displayed on the screen. Kearney further writes, I can think of two people who deserve to lose their jobs over this alleged conspiracy about Karen Reed, though. Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor. These two lowlifes think they're untouchable. They're nothing but bullies who terrorize people for years, but now they've met their match, meaning the defendant. In the post, Kearney states Elizabeth works as a human resource manager, and I'll omit the place of employment, and posts the main number for the company. The post then says, but you're probably not going to reach anyone that way, so feel free to leave a review on their wide open Facebook page or their Twitter account. On May 10th, 2023, Kearney broadcast a live YouTube video, episode 580, which is currently posted on his YouTube page. During broadcast, at the 1 minute, 6 second mark, Kearney talks about Elizabeth. He states he was going to call her. He repeated his cell phone on the broadcast, cell phone number on the broadcast, as he was entering the number into a cell phone. Using the speakerphone option on a cell phone, Kearney broadcasted the phone call. The phone call went to voicemail. Elizabeth stated the call came from 413-262-69, 69, I'll omit the last two. Kearney left the following message. Hi Elizabeth, this is Aiden Kearney calling you back from Turtle Boy. We briefly spoke yesterday on the phone. I introduced myself to you and then you hung up on me, or maybe that was a bad connection. But I just wanted to see how your day at work went today, if it went well. I noticed that your employer took down their social media pages within 5 minutes of the blog I published about your recent behavior, and I just wanted to see what is it awkward? Were you afraid to go in? Just tell me about your day and why, because that's the part I don't understand, is that you seem to be okay with calling other people's workplaces and interfering with their ability to make a living for themselves, but when it happens to you, maybe it's not as fun, maybe it's not as fun. Do you like that? That's what I want to know. Do you like that? Because you've been doing that to a lot of other people. And do you think it's fair that it happened to you, dear? Do you regret it? Do you regret it? And what's your scumbag husband up to now? Are you going to visit him in prison? Do you think they'll have conjugal visits? Please give me a call back when you get this and we can chat some more. Bye, girl. Following the phone call at the 108 mark, Kearney accessed the social media accounts of the company that Elizabeth worked for and laughed as he stated the pages were taken down and stated the Turtle Boy effect, oh God. Both Mike and Elizabeth Proctor stated they felt harassed by the acts of Kearney. On Monday, September 25th, 2023, at 6:26 p.m., a Facebook account believed to be used by Kearney, which is Clarence Woods Emerson, is the name, posted the following message. Anyone in Canton want to take a couple of pictures for me? DM me, please. At 6:53 p.m., the Facebook post was edited with the phrase, update all set, thanks. On September 25th, 2023, at 8:04 p.m., an X account, formerly Twitter, associated with Kearney, posted this message and photograph. The post depicts the front of 6 Wentworth Road in Canton, home of Michael and Elizabeth Proctor. The white Jeep Wrangler in the photo belongs to Jennifer McCabe. And there are photographs that are appended to this report I'm reading from, Judge. The following day, Kearney broadcast a YouTube video, episode 617. At the 19-minute mark, Kearney stated that he ran the plates of the vehicle depicted in the photograph. Kearney showed photographs of 3 vehicles parked at the address. He showed photographs of each vehicle and stated the registered owners of the vehicles by name, Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor. The term ran in regard to a motor vehicle registration is commonly used in law enforcement. The term means the information was queried through law enforcement database for the purpose of obtaining information. Kearney used the information in a blog entitled Kenton Cover-Up Part 161. Jen McCabe was seen at the Proctor's house at 6 p.m. tonight despite allegedly not knowing them personally. I would parenthetically state, Judge, that it was later determined through an investigation by state police that a dispatcher in the local police department made contact with Kearney and unlawfully and illegally accessed the Registry of Motor Vehicles database to provide him with information he was not entitled to. Information maintained by the Registry of Motor Vehicles is accessible to law enforcement through the Criminal Justice Information Service. Authorized individuals have personalized access to the CJIS logins and accounts. Recertification standards, which include lessons and tests, continuously assert that CJIS users are trained to the standards and do not disseminate protected private information unless for a legitimate law enforcement purpose, as described in the Massachusetts Code of Regulations 803 CMR 7.09. On Tuesday, September 26, 2023, Lieutenant John Fanning of the Massachusetts State Police conducted a CJIS audit to determine if any CJIS user queried the following: Massachusetts registrations. I will omit the registrations at this point, Judge, but one is for Matthew McCabe's vehicle, who is Jennifer McCabe's husband. Another is for Michael Proctor's vehicle. Another one for Elizabeth Proctor's vehicle. The audit produced results indicating that all 3 vehicles were queried by, I'll leave the individual's name out, a dispatcher in the local police department, saved JIS account at 6:22:19 p.m., 7:05:43 p.m., and 7:10:44 p.m. respectively. This individual is employed as a civilian dispatcher. On Wednesday, September 22nd, 2023, Lieutenant Fanning and Sergeant Yuri Buchanek interviewed Webb at the Avon Police Department. Individual stated she'd been employed for a period of 3 years, and goes on to indicate that the query was made at the defendant's request. I'll skip some of this, Judge. The dispatcher provided her cell phone to investigators. Investigators observed communication between the dispatcher and Clarence Wood Emerson, the pseudonym used by the defendant, on Facebook Messenger on the cell phone on September 25th at 6:18 p.m. Dispatcher sends the message, "What you got? I'm here till 8 a.m. Clarence responds, "Sorry, H500," which was a registration. After several messages back and forth, the dispatcher sends the message, "Matt McCabe," to which Clarence responds, "Got him. It's parked at Michael Proctor's house as we speak. Thanks, this is huge." Dispatcher responds with the message again, "Please keep me private. I don't anticipate fucking up in life and never want the wrath of you." At 7 p.m., Clarence sends the message, "Of course. Any chance you could run 2 more? Dispatcher, "Sure." Clarence sends pictures of 2 vehicles parked in the driveway at Wentworth Road. The dispatcher sent Clarence 80 blank number is Proctor. Clarence then asked about another registration. "Is that Lizzie?" To which the dispatcher replied, "Yes, Lizzie, Elizabeth Proctor." Dispatcher said she has read Turtle Boy blog posts in the past and has followed his media regarding Karen Reed closely. A check of Webb's Facebook page information publicly available believes she is friends with Clarence Woods Emerson. Dispatcher has posted numerous posts and comments on content on Facebook supporting Karen Reed's innocence and copying Kearney's claim of police cover-up. On a YouTube video posted on October 2nd, 2023, Kearney acknowledged it is illegal to obtain information about the registered owner of a motor vehicle and discussed why it should be legal. I interviewed Jennifer McCabe regarding the incident. She stated she had never met Elizabeth Proctor or Michael Proctor prior to September 2023. Since the first meeting several weeks ago, Jennifer and Elizabeth have communicated regarding the constant harassment, intimidation, and public attacks. Jennifer stated they bonded over sharing the ongoing experience. She traveled to Elizabeth's home to discuss the harassment they had both been subjected to. Based upon the foregoing facts, it's probable that Aidan Kearney committed the violation of Massachusetts general laws, which is Section 13B, witness interference, intimidation of a witness. Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor, and the statute, the pertinent parts read, "Whoever willfully, either directly or indirectly, threatens, attempts, or causes physical, emotional, or economic injury or property damage to, conveys a gift, offer, or promise of anything of value, or misleads, intimidates, or harasses another person who is a witness or potential witness, person who is or was aware of information, records, documents, or objects that relate to a violation of the criminal law or a violation of conditions of probation, parole, bail, or other court order, a judge, juror, grand juror, attorney, victim witness advocate, police officer, correction officer, federal agent, investigator, clerk, court officer, court reporter, court interpreter, probation officer, or parole officer, or D, a person who is or was attending, or a person who has made known an intention to attend a proceeding described in this section, or a family member of a person described in this section, with the intent to, or with reckless disregard for the fact that it may impede, obstruct, delay, prevent, or otherwise interfere with a criminal investigation at any stage, a grand jury proceeding, a dangerousness hearing, a motion hearing, a trial, or other criminal proceeding of any type, or a parole hearing, parole violation proceeding, or probation violation proceeding, or administrative hearing, or a probate or family court proceeding, juvenile proceeding, housing proceeding, land proceeding, clerk's hearing, court order, mediation, or any other civil proceeding of any type, or punish, harm, or otherwise retaliate in any way against such person described in this action for such person or such person's family members' participation in any of the proceedings described in this section. And it goes on to state the penalties for that offense. Based upon the foregoing facts, Commonwealth believes it will establish a trial that Aidan Kearney committed the violation of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 274, Section 7, conspiracy to commit intimidation of a witness by entering into an agreement with the dispatcher named earlier to obtain sensitive information to be used in blog posts and videos intended to harass, intimidate, and cause emotional harm. And given the continuing harassment of witnesses for the murder of John O'Keefe, we believe that the defendant will be found guilty at time of trial should this matter go to trial. That, Judge, that recitation deals initially with Elizabeth Proctor, the wife of Trooper Proctor. Now, there are an additional 8 complaints that I have here, Judge. Much of the verbiage is that's recited is also recited in these complaints, as they obviously have to independently stand on their own. However, for purposes of this arraignment, I can skip forward, Judge, and go to just the pertinent sections for the individual victims / witnesses, because they are both in this matter. But Juliana Nagel, on Saturday, July 22nd, at approximately 1200 hours, Kearney departed Shaw's 134 Nathan Street in Norwood, accompanied by a number of motor vehicles for something publicized as a rolling road rally. Kearney began a YouTube live video. The YouTube Live allows users to broadcast live videos on the YouTube platform, which can be later saved and distributed on a user's account. At the beginning of the video, Kearney is operating a motor vehicle and stated at least 100, 200 people are in the caravan of vehicles. He further stated that he did not broadcast the locations of the protests prior to the departure of the rolling rally. During the video, he stated, this defendant, stated the purpose of the rally is to protest a murder cover-up and framing of an innocent woman. He stated some witnesses will be in jail within a year and brags about being to locate witnesses wherever they travel. During the duration of the rally, he thanked other members of for attending the rally. Juliana Nagel, 25 years old, lives, I'll omit her address, in Canton with her 2 parents and 2 siblings. Juliana was home with her mother at the time of the protest. Juliana and her brother were present at 34 Fairview Road and had been interviewed by investigators. When Kearney arrived at 79 Highland Street, he identified the residence as her home. Kearney made a statement to get the attention of her neighbors. He described how O'Keefe was beaten to death at a house where Juliana was present. He stated, at any point, Julie Nagel, you can come out at any point. Nothing is stopping you from telling the truth. You know what happened that night. He continued to state, you can't get away with it anymore. Too many people know. You're going down with them. Nothing is stopping you from coming forward and telling the police what happened. Kearney claims Nagel lied to investigators about her observations the night of O'Keefe was killed and is complicit in the cover-up of a murder. Kearney stated, you might as well tell the truth and let the world know what happened. Neighbors, maybe you guys can help us pressure them into this. Julie Nagel was involved with, was at the murder of a Boston police officer. She knows what happened and she is actively involved in the cover-up. She should not be able to walk around town like none of this happened while an innocent woman named Karen Reed suffers the consequences of her silence and her complicity. The truth will set you free. Kearney is in front of the residents for approximately 10 minutes. At the conclusion of the speech, he stated the next location is the home of a Canton Police Department Deputy Chief, Thomas Kelleher. While traveling to the next location, Kearney stated Julie Nagel's house was a good one. They were home. And clearly, the statements he made there, Judge, is about as far as you can go to intimidating a witness as to what his intent was. During a recorded interview on the YouTube account WristFlex, dated August 20, 2023, the defendant made comments about his influence on the jury pool. I want the world to know what happened here. They want the story to be silent, nobody knows about it. They want to be able to find a jury pool that has never heard any of this shit before they can manipulate them the way they have manipulated everyone else, and I'm not allowing it. Not allowing them to do that. Happy to do it. Elite mass corruption, Turtle Boy, 104 mark. Based on the foregoing facts that I've read, Judge, it's clear that the defendant committed the violation of Chapter 268, Section 13B, which is intimidation of a witness and witness interference with Juliana Nagel. I will not recite the paragraph that I recited earlier as to what the language of the statute is. And for this reason, Judge, on the second complaint, docket 1151, we're going to be requesting those same conditions of release. Judge, I have about perhaps another hour to go on. Your Honor wants to take a break or keep going, whichever Your Honor indicates.
Well, let me ask you this. The issue is bail and release conditions.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, I mean, haven't you covered that? Why I should put a bail on and certain release conditions?
There are, Judge. There are other witnesses, so I would ask that those conditions apply to each of the docket numbers. The facts are fairly similar, but as there are different witness/victims in these cases, the specific facts vary. But they're generally the same content as the two I've read.
Issued, which means that a clerk magistrate found probable cause to issue the complaints. So that's been established.
Correct.
And I mean, if the alleged victims in the various cases were to be named, then we would, to the extent that I allow any or all of your proposed conditions, it would encompass those people, wouldn't it?
It would, Judge.
Yeah.
So I would ask Your Honor to adopt the Commonwealth's recommendation as to the conditions.
Yeah. All right. Attorney Reynolds, if you could go to the microphone, then perhaps Attorney Novak could slide over a little bit and tell me what is your position with regard to the Commonwealth's request for cash bail in the amount of $1,000 and the various conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the bail, we're asking for release on personal. He has no record. He lives with his family in Holding, and he has 2 children that he supports. And what we're providing here is that we don't believe that because of his record or because of his commitments that he would be a danger of flight or creating a problem in terms of needing bail. As far as the conditions go, my client states that he is a news person who is using his First Amendment rights to cover a story. Now, I know that he is doing it through YouTube and social network, but there are a lot of people who do this. And he is requesting that he still be able to do this news coverage. He vehemently denies that he's intimidating or harassing anyone, that the trooper involved is a public figure, that there is a potential selectman involved, that he goes to meetings, and he feels as if that he should be allowed under his First Amendment right to pursue his story. Now, as we go through it in terms of the threats, I just would like to point out that when I read the statements that the prosecutor stated, I see opinion. I don't see threats under the way my client is acting. I said from the beginning I don't want to go to trial. Most people don't want to go to trial. That's an opinion. That's not perceived.
He said he didn't want the Karen Reed case to go to trial.
Okay. But still, it's an opinion, and he put it out on the web. It's really important for the people in Norfolk to know about this story because the jury pool has chosen from there. Again, opinion. Again, the internet allows for that. I'm sure that, or I would hope, that if any of these statements would have violated YouTube policy, they could have contacted that and had it all taken down. In addition, I would provide that this is a lot of reports, and for some of these conditions to apply, such as controlling his followers, not sure how you do that. I would believe that if he were allowed to continue to pursue the story with his bail warnings, that the police could access or take a look at further events that he does. Meaning that if he calls for one of these rolling rallies, someone will give a call, they can go out and they can determine whether or not it's intimidating or if there's a charge that applies. I mean, that's what I'm arguing, to allow the First Amendment to go forward and to allow the prosecution to continue to monitor the situation. They have police involved, and then each event that comes out of it, he is under bail warrants. If he does something wrong, he's not free. And that would be my argument.
All right, thank you. Attorney Mello, if you would, for the court and police department, would you identify the alleged victims in the various complaints by name? I think I have them all, but I want to make sure.
I will, Your Honor. In the first instance, it is Juliana Albert. In the second instance, Judge, it is Christopher Albert. And these are in addition to the ones I've already identified, Judge. In the next instance, Judge, it is Michael Proctor. Then we have Colin Albert. The intimidation of a witness with a co-conspirator there were two victims in that matter, Judge. Jennifer McCabe and Elizabeth Proctor. Those were incidents where the vehicle registration was run. We have Jennifer McCabe. We have Matthew McCabe, and that is the remainder of the complaints so far, Judge.
Okay. That is a list, if you will, of the alleged victims in the case as to which you're seeking specific conditions. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, in my view, given the individual's lack of criminal record, I don't, it's not a cash bail case. I'm releasing him on personal recognizance. Also, I don't see it as a GPS case. I am not opposing a GPS. What I am doing is opposing the following conditions. Stay away, no contact from each of the named witnesses that were just listed by Attorney Mello and captured by the court and the probation department. Stay away, no contact. That means direct or indirect, including but not limited to mail, email, text, telephone, social media, or any via any other mechanism, if you will, direct or indirect from all of the named alleged victims. Mr. Reynolds, I'm sure you'll advise your client that that is broad, and that is broad, from my view, on purpose. And if it comes before me or any judge, and a judge would find that he violated a release condition, he is subject to incarceration for up to 90 days without bail. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We need a date.
12/5.
Did you coordinate that?
Mr.
Mello, what's the comments? That's a little far out.
He'll find his fine, Judge.
It's fine, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have family members into that?
What's that?
Family members also?
No, I gave no.
So you're going to be released on all matters before the court for your appearance back here December 5th for a pretrial hearing with the condition that you stay away and don't contact directly or indirectly with the victims that were listed. You'll need to sign those conditions before you leave the courthouse today. That's all we have.
Thank you.
What? All right. One chance to recess. Can I clear the courtroom, please?
That non-stop at a long time.
Well, I think there you had it. I think that's Kate, isn't it? He's just stood in front of her again.
No, I mean, I'm getting ready to shut
Sure, yeah. It was Kate, yeah.
All right.
So she was there. Her protection order is against the... Looks like the stream's finished. The protection order was against... Kate's protection order is against one of his girlfriends, I believe. So I don't think he has any protection from Kate, as far as I can remember. Right. Well, it's been a long stream. How long? Far too long. I need a drink. Let me go back to... What should we go back to finish the stream? Because I think it's time to finish the stream. So he has been arrested, but he's going to be out. That no contact order, he's probably going to try and continue broadcasting in some respect, because it's how he makes his living. So let's wait and see. No doubt he'll be being interviewed on the court steps. I could stay live to do that, but I'm basically done. I think I need to go and get some food. So thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Obviously, this was a totally off-the-cuff stream, so I hope you forgive the silences. Yeah, now I think... Hang on. Why isn't that coming up? I've got an image in front of you. Okay. There we go. Let's try it now. There we go. Right. Yeah, I think... and forget me if... I think it's basically a no contact order with all the named people. No direct or indirect. No, there were a lot more cases heard in this court. Are you sure he's going to another court now? Let me see. I'm just going to check in Masshole to see if they think he's going to... He's got to go to another court. So we think the next hearing is the 5th of December. No contact of any sort with anyone named in the papers and identified in the court. Either direct or indirect. Now, it's going to be that indirect one that is going to be... So that's going to be the one in... Right, well, I will... I'm just trying to... So what case is that? Because I'm trying to see in the chat. Hang on, I'm just looking at Discord to see if... I mean, it was originally reported that he'd appear in 2 courts, but then all the cases appeared against the first court. So yeah, that was from a tweet, Shuggy. That was from a tweet. I've still got it. It's the person who tweeted it was Wendy Murphy. She reported that he was going to go to Stoughton, followed by Dedham. What I'll do is I'm going to close this stream down. And then if there is another court appearance, we'll fire it back up. But I think we got the message. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. My hardest thing was getting the audio right from the court, especially when they up their levels halfway through. But we needed to do a lot of amplification there. Thanks everyone for joining. I know we got up to something like 350 or thereabouts, and that's great. I'm glad I went live when I did. Catch you all later. Good to see everyone in.